Béis Travel, chic luggage and accessories for the modern traveler. Right now, Béis is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting beistravel.com/WDBS. Go to beistravel.com/WDBS for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/WDBS.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS. Oh, God. I'm like sitting here.
Are you stressed?
I'm like a little bit because I got coffee before I can't get my thing off. I come straight from carpool. So my mornings are always like a little hectic. So I feel like I have to have coffee to like focus in because I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I have to get the kids ready. So like my mornings are crazy. My evenings are crazy. The midday is kind of like my sweet spot.
You know what? I have not had caffeine in the mornings lately, but I started taking my Ozempic again. And
Trey, why are you on that? You do not need to be on it. Just work out.
So that's, number one,
and
don't want to do that.
Eat a little better.
Number two, don't want to do that. So those are the two reasons. But I've been like so full, I upped my dosage, and for 2 days, the only thing I had were like some chicken and Celsius. And so I, on day 3, felt like a true crackhead because it was just me and this Celsius keeping my body functioning. And that's not good for me. I realized. But I lost 5 pounds.
Well, yeah, and you're going to gain it right back when you get off.
No.
Yes, you will. Because,
which is why I'm back on it. But
honestly, you have
building healthier eating
habits.
You are not
building healthier eating habits.
I'm going to starting
soon. You are not eating. So whenever you do eat, what do you eat? Is it chicken and vegetables?
I get a salad or a power bowl from, what's that place, Piata? So I'm trying to be healthier. But, I'm also just trying to not eat my whole bagel. I'm trying to eat half a bagel. So baby steps.
But you don't think you can do that without doing the shots?
No. You know what? The first time I did Ozempic, here's my problem, is I would power through my fullness and keep eating because I didn't want to stop. I was like, well, that was really good. I don't want to not eat that. So this time I'm going to listen to my body and stop eating when my body says stop eating.
Yeah, but right now you're feeling like you're full because you have these shots to help you. But whenever you get off of it, you're not going to feel like you're full. And then you're going to eat.
No, but when I'm off of it, I'm just going to walk around and be like, I'm full, and just tell myself that. I think it's a mental thing.
No, it is. But here's the deal. You've always been good at exercise. Like when you get in a rhythm, you're good at exercising. Your problem.
Well, I exercise a lot, but it's really just to maintain this lifestyle that I live.
I'm telling you your problems. I'm going to be your problem is not the exercise part, which is honestly probably one of the harder parts, right? Your problem is that you're too social. You like to eat, you like to drink, you like to go out.
I love a cheese fry.
You do, and your social oftentimes revolves around food.
Yeah.
Instead of like activities.
Yeah. That's true.
But what I'm saying is if you don't make new habits, you will continue to eat cheese fries at 2 a.m. because you're very social.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to figure out how to.
We went to lunch last week.
Yes. Okay,
and
go ahead.
I had every intention of ordering a salad, and everyone at the table, including Stephanie, ordered a salad. But there was a chicken fried steak on the menu. And I was like, why would I get a salad when there's a chicken fried steak on the menu?
Yes, exactly. See what I'm saying?
And everyone's salads came out, and I ate my whole chicken fried steak. I pushed past that Ozempic, said, no, we got to finish this.
You were on Ozempic when you ate that chicken fried steak? God, you're wasting your money. You're like, what? You're a sucker. You are a sucker.
I know. It's
Trey.
incredible the things my body can do.
You're so ridiculous.
So, yeah.
Okay, there's no help for this man. Absolutely none. There's zero help.
I have other friends that are on Ozempic. They're like, I lost 5 pounds this week. And I'm like, I gained one.
Well,
I don't know how you did that.
I mean,
I'm like, what dosage are you on? Same one. I don't get it.
No, because that's insane. Oh my God. I'm telling you.
So, yeah.
You're also at you're still in your 20s.
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to be able to burn calories like this again. Trust me, I'm 43. I know it sucks.
So that's how I'm doing.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I just think if you really sit down, do you keep a food journal?
No.
You should. Do this for a week. Keep a food journal. Because it'll make you, like, even if you eat Skittles, like, write it down. And I know some people are like, that's not healthy, Stephanie, but whatever. I think a lot of it is like, I did that for a short period of time, and I realized that I eat so many empty calories, like it's tons. Instead of eating like healthier things, like I'll grab like chips, like bags of chips in between and stuff. I was eating so many empty calories and not really things that are healthy for me at all.
Well, so I did that once when I had a trainer at Equinox, and then I gave him my journal, and I think he about had to go to the hospital when he read just how many calories I consume at breakfast. I was like, okay, well, we're not doing that again. Thank you.
But do you eat breakfast every day, like a heavy
breakfast? No, not
breakfast?
anymore, but I used to like, get a pumpkin loaf from Starbucks and like something really sugary. I don't do that anymore.
Okay, well,
but I used to.
The way that you're supposed to do it, like from my past trainers, is like eat like, and I'm horrible at breakfast. Like I'll have a coffee. I feel like I'm too busy. But to
I don't
have
need
like
breakfast. I'm sure I do, but I don't.
Yeah, probably. That's probably why you overeat the rest of the days because you're hungry from not having breakfast. But I'm horrible with breakfast. But also, I think if you eat breakfast, it needs to be somewhat healthy, right, for this to work. But you're supposed to have like a big breakfast. A little bit smaller, but still a big lunch, and then like a smaller dinner. Like you eat less.
Start big and scale down.
Start big and scale down, because then by the time that by the end of the day, your body's like still burning. So you eat whenever your body's burning. At the end of the day, you're really not burning as much. So that's what you're supposed to do. I have done that before, and it really does work. And then also like stop at like 7.
Yeah, see, I don't snack, though. Snacking's not my problem.
Well, but you don't need a snack if you're eating chicken fried steak every meal. Like, your whole
that was a special occasion.
It is not a special occasion.
It was lunch on a Tuesday.
Not only did he have a chicken fried steak, but we also ordered like this delicious, decadent
so good.
crab dip. Like crab and cheese dip, which that's why I got a salad, because the crab and cheese dip is such a decadent treat. That I was like, oh, I don't really need anything heavy. And Trey's like, I had no idea you were on like that weight loss shot. You're like powering through both. Jeez. Like, that's so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
I'm going to increase my dose.
Oh my gosh. You honestly like work out so well. I think you could be at your best weight. We should work out together. Whenever we work out together, I felt like I really was great for you. Like
and I felt like I was going to die.
I would do weights, because I think that you're really good at cardio, but you're not so great at weights. And I would help you with weights. And but then you tricked me into joining Equinox, because that meant you got a free month. And then 2 years later, here I am.
You're still paying for it.
Like I'm still paying for it.
That gym doesn't do it for me anymore.
Do
you still go there?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I work out at home about 75% of the time, and I'll go there occasionally. I just don't have like the leg weights. Like I like going there for leg weights. Most of my upper body stuff, I will just do free weights at home, but I do like doing like machines for legs. I think I could find a cheaper place to do legs once a week, but Equinox, I don't know. Also, like every time you try to go in and cancel, it's like they have the SEAL Team 6 coming in and making sure you stay.
They do.
Okay,
I sent an email. I was like, I'm out. Goodbye.
Well, I can't do it in person. I will end up like not only signing on for 5 more years, but also like getting all this other stuff. I'll have a personal trainer, all these things that I don't really, do I need?
You're
yes.
a salesman's dream.
But yeah, I really am. I am a pushover, which is why I buy so many things online, because I would go into stores, like especially the stores where you have like somebody who's like on top of you. I will personally not go into stores where they have like heavy salespeople, because I will feel like I need to buy something. Like I will look horrible in it. They will tell me I look great. And then I feel bad to not buy. I don't know. It's so
weird.
They
really hate when she brings me, because I'm like, that is hideous.
No, I do. Like if I'm going to actually go shopping, like I really do like to bring Trey, because he will make me not feel so bad. Like he will tell them it's ugly. So that way, so that way.
I make the salesperson feel bad. I make her feel bad. I make security feel bad.
Screw, we don't want to work with Stephanie at home, and she's
I used
too
to go to the
much.
mall and like get stuff for her, because it was easier for me to go in like workout clothes. They're not thinking I'm going to buy a dress. And then I'd pull up and I'm like, I want to buy this. And they're like, what? And then I'm like, thank you. Goodbye.
But no,
that wouldn't bother me.
I would just rather pay a hefty credit card and return half of it that does not look good on me than like go in a store and figure it out.
I saw on TikTok the other day.
Yes.
Béis has a pop-up in LA. It's a Béis car wash.
What?
It's so cute. They will
cute.
clean your Béis luggage. And Béis, we've said this before, Béis looks better with miles.
I will say mine does. I travel a lot more than the average girly, and my weekender bag looks incredible. And I am pretty hard on my stuff. I'm not like that person that like babies my luggage or any handbags. I am pretty tough on them.
That is so true.
So if it looks good still, then you know it's good luggage.
That's how I knew that I needed to get a Béis bag. Stephanie has some very expensive luggage that is, I mean, good grief. It looks like a can of green beans that you dropped. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But her Béis bag looked good.
It looks so good.
And
it looks
for how
so
long
good.
she's had it, I'm quite impressed.
Yes. It does. Well, you know what else I love is it just has so many pockets. The way that they've designed the bags are really, really thoughtful.
They have 360-degree gliding wheels. They have a cushioned handle, a built-in weight indicator, which if you are like me and you just really like to walk that line, that is so useful. They also have washable bags for your dirty clothes and all the interior pockets you need to keep yourself organized.
Right now, Béis is offering our listeners 15% off of your first purchase by visiting beistravel.com/WDBS. Go to beistravel.com/WDBS for 15% off of your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/WDBS. So my son, this is such a random off-topic conversation, my son, Cruz, love him, 12 years old. He is very funny. Like naturally, I tell him all the time, your superpower is your personality. Like I don't even think I'm wrong. I think he has one of the best personalities of not only a child, but of any person. Like he's just real good, right? Like he's funny. He's charming. He's got the personality part down, which is good for him because he's probably not the best at sports and other things. So I think you have to have like a superpower. His superpower, personality.
Okay.
But like sometimes he takes it too far. So this weekend we have like Travis and I travel a lot. So he was like, hey, can I have friends over? And I said, sure. How many? There ended up being like 5 kids total, him and 4 friends, right? So carpool was quite the situation. Anyways, somehow they found out in this group. I don't even think they found out. I think that there's like a rumor in school that like a kid that's a little younger, okay? Which, by the way, is fine if you still wet the bed, okay? It's fine.
How old?
They, like 10. So anyways, there's this, so like all the 10th graders, I guess, are talking. And if you teach at my son's school, don't like get on to these 10th graders. But I guess like somehow they find out that somebody still wets the bed, right? And they have to wear diapers at night. And that's huge gossipy news for 12-year-olds about like, because, they haven't wet the bed in a while. So anyways, this is happening. They're talking about it. I'm very entertained. But I tell Cruz, I swear to you, if you go to school and tell a single soul this news, even though somebody else told you, you and your friends, you are grounded. Like, we are not doing this. This is your best year ever at this school. Like, you've
don't ruin
not
it.
gotten in trouble this year. And don't make mama disappoint. Don't disappoint your mama. Just keep it to yourself. And he's very honest with the fact that he likes to gossip. Because he asked me the other day about something that would be very juicy and gossipy. And I said, Cruz, I don't want to like lie and keep things from you. So I said, but when I tell you the truth, it's going to be really tempting for you to at least tell one person. And you can't. Because if you tell, I can't tell you because too many people listen that didn't know. Anyways, it was about somebody at their school. And I said, but so if I tell you, like it was like, more of a mom thing. I was like, but if I tell you, you can never tell anybody. And I said, and I love you, but you're like me. Like it's hard if you have like really good information to keep it to yourself. I said, so if you cannot handle that level of, stress of not being able to say anything, then, I'd rather not tell you. And then he thought for a second, he said, Mom, I cannot know because it's too tempting. So he knows.
He knows
Cruz
is like his mama
yes.
in the sense that he can get information. He can get the tea.
So during this like whole like person wets the bed thing, wears a diaper situation. By the way, not even in his grade, which I'm like, why are you guys, everyone so interested in this? Cruz says, you know what? To all of his friends, his mom should do what you did to me when I was younger. And I said, what did I do to you when I was younger? And he said, well, like you put that thing on me and then it electrocuted me every time I peed the bed. So I'd be dreaming of octonauts, and then I'd wake up and I would get electrocuted. I'm like, I never freaking electrocuted. So he told all of his friends that I electrocuted him to help him from potty training. That is not the case. If you're a mother listening and your kid told you that Cruz was electrocuted, just know that is not true. They have this thing. I don't know if they still have it. But, I really feel like I have to come out here and spread the good word that I did not electrocute my child.
You did something, though. What did you do?
So, back in the day, and I don't know if this is still a thing because he's been potty trained for quite a long time, but whenever he would wet the bed, I found this device, and you put it, in their diaper area. Uh-huh. And when they peed and this thing got wet, it would buzz. So, it was more of a vibrating thing, and the buzzing would wake them up. And it would tell them, teach them, oh, that's the feeling that you get when you need to pee at night, right? And it worked like a charm. But for some reason, he believes that I electrocuted him.
Where he connected the dots.
Yes.
So did he share this with other people?
Oh, he told everybody. All of his friends think that he was electrocuted as a child, and that's why he didn't pee the bed. I'm mortified. So
I'd be like, well, don't pee in my house.
Enough parents listen to where I just want you to know that's what it was, a vibrating thing. It was not electrical current going to him.
But that would have probably also been sufficient.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, so he was like, Mom, you should tell her about that electrocution device. I'm like, first of all, it was not. So anyways, that is my story about my 12-year-old. And also, all the moms listening, yes, I did not electrocute Cruz. He just likes to, he has a great personality.
What was that thing that you and him went to the other day?
Okay, so he's in Cotillion, and that is, I think some people may know, but especially Dallas, but a lot of people, especially in different states, whenever I post things, are like, what is that? So that is an 8-week program. Every Sunday he goes, and you learn about manners, how to greet people, eye contact, smile, just social graces, everything that I was not taught as a child.
Yeah, I'm you fart on planes for fun.
Yes, I mean, so I'm not joking. The first time we went to Cotillion, Cruz was not excited about it, and he does have pretty good manners. I mean, besides being gossipy, everything else is, much better table manners than probably even I do. Yes, he's pretty well mannered kid. But so I had him go. You also learn dances, you dance with girls, and anyway, and the first time he went, I was smacking my gum, or eating chips or something. Anyways, making too much noise eating, and he was like, Mom, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I'm going to make you go to Cotillion with me. He was like, I have such better manners than you, and the fact that I'm going to this, it's not okay.
I'm assuming you wanted him to go to this. This was not his choice?
Yes, I was like, this is good to learn, If not, you're going to turn out like your mama, and that's not great.
You know what's wild is how much Cruz looks like Travis when he was little.
Oh, yeah, he actually does, yes.
I did not realize that until I was flipping through some photos you had in Montana.
Oh,
in a photo album.
Just how much
they look identical.
Little Travis Holman. Yeah, little Travis Holman. Yeah, they do look quite a bit alike, yeah.
Okay, so this was in the news the other day. Taylor Swift's dad is being accused of assault.
With who? Oh, what? With who?
A paparazzi.
Okay.
So she was getting off a yacht in Australia, and, her security team is large. And they were walking through, and there was this paparazzi that threatened to push one of her staff members in the water, was trying to push through her security, and finally Taylor Swift's dad, who was next to her, pushed this guy, allegedly punched him in the face, to get him away from her daughter.
To get them away from whose daughter?
To get this paparazzi away from his daughter. He went through the whole security barricade, tried to push one of her staff members in the water, and then got to Taylor, and that's when Dad punched him in the face. Do we not feel like that's pretty justified?
I would love it if my dad did that. I'd be like, thank you, Dad. I would think that was really taken up for me. I'd be like, wow, my hero. Right?
Well, so this guy is trying to have Scott Swift arrested or sue him or something.
Paparazzi are horrible people, first of all.
Yeah, so TikTok is going nuts over this. And they found this man, and they're exploiting this man. This is the same man that Nicole Kidman had a restraining order put against because he did something very similar to her multiple times. But TikTok is after this man.
Here's the deal. Paparazzi hunt these famous people. Like,
and he
hunt
said,
them.
he was
It's
like,
terrifying.
I was just hunting Taylor Swift. His words.
Yes.
Which is a weird thing to say.
Crazy.
In a police report.
Yes. And I'm sorry if I felt like my kids were in danger by like somebody literally hunting them. I probably wouldn't hit them because I'm not good. But I would ask Travis too. I'd be like, listen, do your thing. Yes. Do your thing. I think I don't know, especially a dad. You know, Travis, I mean, he's like stood up for me before with like this in Oregon. This person tried to run over me with a car when I was on a bicycle. Yes. Like not like really like hunting me, but this person like almost ran me over. We were on a bicycle and this car was very like going way too fast, like acting like anyways, almost hit me. And Travis, like you got off his bike and let that man have it. I was like, my hero. That was before we got married. I was like, that's the man I need to marry. This man will never let anything happen to me.
Yes. So romantic.
I don't want to be with somebody who like tries to start fights over stupid stuff, but I do love somebody who will stand up for you.
Yep.
Like somebody who will like, like have your back.
Yep. I agree. Amen.
Right?
I don't know if Zach would punch someone for me.
Travis would. I would have to talk him out of it. He would definitely go to town on somebody if they,
I would punch someone for Zach, though. I feel like I'm more protective.
I think you are. In your relationship, you are. I think in my relationship, Travis, it definitely is probably more protective of me. I'm always too worried about people's feelings. He's like, have my back sometimes. Whose side are you on? I'm like, I'm the side of peace. But he would. That's one thing I will say. He's always, nice. He will kill somebody for me. That's why, you know what? I always felt very protective when I was doing Housewives because I was married to him. Because I really think most of the girls would never cross him. I mean, I think that he has kind of a force. Like he has a very big personality, and if you don't know him, he can be kind of scary, right?
Well, not only is he like big, but he's also crazy. And so I think they were more scared of the crazy side because he always threatened people with a billboard.
He was like,
like, do what you want, but I will put your face on a billboard.
Yes.
On a very busy billboard.
Yes,
and I think that is what kept people away.
Yeah, they were like, they never messed with me, and like, because they would kind of mess with each other and like make up these rumors, and I hate that. I'm like, if it's truthful, go to town on it. But if it's not, like, do not try to ruin people's lives because you're on a TV show. I can't stand that crap. They never really did that to me. I truly believe that it was not because of me. I think it was because they're like, No, his billboard threat was he would say it very calmly and in great detail. He would explain to you what was going to go on each person's billboard. One of our producers loved it. She was like, "Oh, I hope somebody messes with Travis so that we can film this billboard going up." Yes, because he has enough money to where he'll do it just for fun. Can you imagine? That would actually be one of the most epic things that happened on Housewives. So petty. Billboard of like the person who screwed with you. Yes. Oh man. So Brandi Glanville, I don't know if she's suing or this is just an accusation that she like threw out there but she's accusing Andy Cohen of sexual assault. Okay, I saw this. I did a little deep diving. Here's the deal. Some people talk bad about Andy Cohen. I can only go with my experience. He treated me so well. He was so kind. I never felt like he was out of line. Like I never felt anything but like just him like being very professional, right? Yeah. Like almost like a father figure, if that makes sense, because it can be a very scary thing to be a part of, right? But also I wasn't a Brandi Glanville. I wasn't like somebody who he would probably even want to have a drink with or hang out with. I think he was like, this girl's like a little broken bird. I need to make sure that she's okay. So I had I'm a very different person, so I had a very different experience maybe. I don't think that she really was offended. Well, so here's what happened. So he was apparently drunk. He was hanging out with Kate Chastain from Below Deck. And they FaceTimed Brandi Glanville, and they were like, hey, do you want to watch us have sex? But he said they were kidding. It was like, he was like, obviously we weren't going to have sex, but they have close enough of a relationship to where he FaceTimed her and said this. So there is some sort of friendship. It's not just a boss-employee relationship.
Caroline and Brandi are both saying production encouraged Brandi to do whatever happened on Ultimate Girls Trip. So is she trying to say, like, they're encouraging this, they're getting their direction from Andy, which they're not really, but
here's the thing. I think that this is a big wake-up call for Andy as well, because with much power comes great responsibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, and I think he was so used to it being such a fun, such a atmosphere of like anything goes Housewives. I mean, look at things that have happened through time on Housewives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was kind of more of like an everything goes type situation. It wasn't, and maybe a little laxed on. It's not what if this happened in an office situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that would be
right.
so. I do think they need to be. Think they need to have very different. I mean, I don't think you can be out there
HR
partying
standards?
with.
Yeah.
You should have the same HR standards with Bravo high-ups as you do
Mm-hmm.
anywhere else. And you can be friendly with people, but should you be partying with them? Should you be calling other people? Doing no. Even if you're friends, it's too much liability, and also like no, because you're in a powerful position.
Yeah.
And with that, you have to act a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he like acknowledged it, said it was wrong, and but moving forward, I think he's going to really, and Bravo's going to have to
I think
take
he's going to
that
have more
stance.
of a guard up.
You should have a guard up. You really should. You should. But also I think that we need to, I think there are some things with Bravo that probably wouldn't be a bad thing to change, and maybe that's one of them. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's, like needs to be ran like a little cleaner.
Yeah. I was talking to someone this past week about this story, someone that knows him professionally, and I was like, what do you think of this? And they were like, I think that he's normally very methodical in how he interacts with people that he employs. So this sounds like a flub.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and maybe for him, he is more of a chameleon, and like
Mm-hmm.
around me, he was very, like I said, just like I think I would say more of like a father figure. Like I leave
Mm-hmm.
loving Andy Cohen.
No, like chameleon's a good way to describe it.
Yeah,
I
but
think
maybe
he's
with
gonna match
Brandi,
your
like
energy.
maybe he but you can't always do that because that can get you in trouble long term.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but it seems like he said at the time, like it was a joke, and she took it as a joke. But I also get where she's like, shit, like this is what you guys have wanted from me, and I don't know.
Yeah,
and
she's saying you fired me for this, but y'all do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So where's the
nobody's seeing the footage, so nobody knows what happened. That's the hard thing as an audience member. Like, if Caroline felt disrespected and like she was at all put in a bad spot, then that's not okay. But then also, if producers were pushing Brandi to do that, that's not okay. And Brandi doing it, it's not okay. So you have to. I think there needs to be a total reset where Bravo gets a hold of all the Housewives producers, everything. And there's like almost like a training that happens because things keep popping up like over and over and over again. And there has to be a standard that's set.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it would kind of be like common sense of like, hey, I'm in the public eye, so I'm going to not do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But maybe for him, it's, he's been in the public eye so long, he's like, at some point, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
and Brandi and Kate were like, Chastain they were
both
really
on
good
Traitors,
friends, right? But they were like really friendly.
Yeah. Who knows? Speaking of Housewives and resets, Atlanta's getting a whole shakeup. So Sonia, when was the last time you watched Atlanta? When Phaedra was on?
Years.
Okay. So probably. So Sonia, she's an Olympian. She's been on the last 2-3 seasons. She's off. And Marlo Hampton is no longer a full-time housewife.
Oh.
Yeah. So
is she like a friend of again?
Candy's gone. Don't know. I'm sure Marlo's always in the mix.
Yeah.
So we've lost Candy, we've lost Sonia, and we've lost Marlo. We've gained Portia. We're not getting Nene.
Okay.
And we might have Kim.
Kim and Portia.
So that leaves us with Sheree, Kenya, and now Portia. So we got 3 open spots.
Okay. I would like to see Kim and Nene together because I feel like Nene would
I don't think Nene's
But
gonna get a peach.
I don't think Nene will come back. I did see that she's on a new show. There's a new Lifetime movie because Travis and I have Spectrum, so you have to like watch commercials.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. We need to talk about that.
It's called,
I need you to dig deep in your pocket and get Hulu that doesn't have ads or something. I don't know why we can't watch the same shows. It's like $5 a month.
Well, I don't know how to change it to what I want it to be. Like I've tried to go in and change my subscription. I don't know how to do it. So, if you want to figure this out, I'll give you my password and username. If you will figure it out for me, I would love that. Because
I will call her and be like, hey, watch this. She's like, oh, I can't. I don't
have to watch
that.
it on Spectrum.
And I'm like, what? What does that mean?
We have like every app, but I set up the Hulu account. And I think it was just to watch like one thing because it was like something we were talking about on the podcast. So I think I set it up just for that. I have to have like some crazy like live TV membership or whatever. I don't have, but I could watch it on Spectrum. I did watch it on Spectrum because Trey asked me, and I am one of those people. If you ask me to do something, I will do it.
Sometimes. Always.
Just kidding. No, like 50-50, honestly. It depends on
40-60. It depends on the day and the weather and where it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Really depends on where it is.
Yeah, and if I'm interested in watching it. Like if I'm like, rather not, I'm not going to, okay? I have to really want to watch something to do it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening, watching, supporting, however you're doing it. Thank you. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS Podcast, and you can follow us on TikTok at Weekly Dose of BS.
Bye.
Yay Networks.